In problem number 1, it says, look at the example and decide whether there is more than one possible answer that will result in no solution, one solution, or infinitely many solutions. Where possible, write a different constant term or variable term. Okay, so right here, this one says no solution. So you go up here at the top and it says no solution. The x terms on both sides of the equation are the same, with a constant, write a constant term so that the constant terms are different on each side. So on the left hand of the equal sign, you have this. On the right hand of the equal sign, you have this. And when you subtract 4x from both sides, it'll be 0. So all you need here is a constant term that's different from this. And that would be, I don't know, 6. 6 is a good one. All right. For one solution, write an x term so the terms on each side of the equation have different coefficients. So in the example, it added 14x in the blank. So it looks just like this. It's got 4x and 4x. So I would say, I don't know, 10x. Just so that when you combine your like terms, your x's don't go away like they did in no solution. And in infinitely many solutions, it says it results in identical expressions on both sides. So all you do is put a 7 here for that one. Okay. Then it says complete the following sentences. The one variable linear equation, 13x plus 6 equals 13x plus something, has infinitely many solutions. And we said that in infinitely many solutions, they're identical on both sides. So you're just going to say 13x plus 6 equals 13x plus 6. With one variable solutions, this says the one variable solution equation, x plus 6 equals x plus something, has no solution. So up here, we said when it has no solution, the x terms are identical, but the constant terms are different. So we can go down here and pick any number. So x plus 6 equals x plus 7. And then for one variable linear equations, 4x plus 5 equals blank plus 10 has one solution. And then you go back up here in one solution. It says one solution has x terms on each side of the equation that have different coefficients. So this coefficient is 14. It's different from 4 and 4. So all you need to do is go down here and put another variable term that has a different coefficient. So I would say 6x. And that's how you complete that page. Okay, in 3A, it says 2 garden beds are shown. The perimeters of the gardens are equal. So you're going to write an equation. For A, it says write an equation that sets the perimeters equal and then solve. Let me make sure I write that for you. The perimeters equal and then solve the equation. So the perimeter means that you're going to put all the sides. So on this first figure, you got to make sure that you label all the matching sides so you don't forget. X plus 1. Okay? Now you're going to set them equal to each other. So I'll take the first one. X plus 2 plus x plus 1 plus x plus 2 plus x plus 1. I simply added all the sides together. And then you do the same with the triangle. X plus 3 plus 2x plus 1 plus x plus 2. And then on both sides of the equation, you combine like terms. So we have x, 2x, 3x, 4 x's, so that's 4x, plus 2 plus 1 is 3 plus 2 is 5 plus 1 is 6. Then you do the same on the other side. X plus 2x is 3x plus 1x is 4x. 3 plus 1 is 4 plus 2 is 6. And then solve the equation. So you're going to, you're going to move your variables to the same side. So we're going to subtract 4x from both sides. 6 equals 6. And then if you subtract 6 from both sides, I guess that's what they want you to do. So that it'd be 0 on both sides of the equation. So 0 equals 0. Then it said the side length of the garden cannot be a negative number or 0. What values of x make the equation you wrote in problem 3a true in the context of this problem? What values of x make the equation true? It can't be a negative number or 0. Okay, I honestly do not know what it's looking for in that one. So I'm just going to go on to number 4. It says write an expression on the line to form the equation that has no solution, one solution, and infinitely many solutions. So we said when it has no solution, the constant term has to be different. So instead of 3, I would say 2 equals h plus, 5. And that makes it different. And then when you when you do the distributive property, your constant terms will be different. Your constant term here will be 6. Your constant term here will be 10. For one solution, you have to make your variable term different. So in this case, we can say 2h plus 5 equals 2h plus 4h. And that'll make it have only one solution. And for infinitely many solutions, it's identical. We remember, so it'll just be here 2h minus 12. And that's it. I hope that helps.